This is the eukaryotic cell. It is usually larger and their counterparts are way more complex than a prokaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cell contains a nucleus.
This is a prokaryotic cell. It is much smaller and less complex than its counterpart, the eukaryotic cell. It lacks organelles like the nucleus. It is similar to the skeleton of a human body because it is just the bare bones of what a cell is.
The difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells is in size. Prokaryotic cells are smaller and less complex, while eukaryotic cells are larger and more complex. Prokaryotic cells lack nuclei and other important organelles.
Now, let's take a look at plant and animal cells to see what the difference is between them, but also to see what's similar about the two cells.
This is an animal cell. It is a eukaryotic cell and allows the animal to live. So many different functions go along in its cell. Like the animal cell is the smallest unit of life for animals.
The plant cell is the most basic unit of life that supports plant life. It is a eukaryotic cell. Similar to a grocery store that has different aisles, the cell is composed of many organelles to support life.
Just like butterflies and moths, who seem to be similar but have different characteristics, plant and animal cells have different organelles, such as how the plant has a cell wall that looks boxy while the animal cell wall is round. Plants have a cell membrane and chloroplast, while the animal cell doesn't have those two organelles in them. However, they both include vacuoles, except the vacuole is bigger in plant cells than in animal cells. Now, let's move on to the organelles of our animal cell. Here are the following organelles.
This is the nucleus. It is the control center of the cell. It controls cellular activity and sends out proteins and other genetic codes throughout the cell. It is similar to a boss at the office because it controls everything around the area.
Cytoplasm is a watery substance found in cells that encloses organelles and allow all organelles to come together and form inside of the cells. It is similar to jelly because the texture is similar.
Vesicles are the tiny organelles that box proteins that were transported from the smoothie, or they transport proteins to the Golgi apparatus. They are similar to a mail truck because they both ship materials.
Lysosomes are found both in plant and animal cells. They break down old organelle, food particles, and unknown materials. They are similar to janitors because they both get rid of waste.
This is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. It modifies and builds proteins on its surface. The rough ER is like a conveyor belt because they both assemble items and materials that are shipped to other places. This is a Golgi apparatus. It modifies and collects packages from the endoplasmic reticulum. It is just like a post office because it collects and distributes packages, just like how the Golgi apparatus distributes different proteins around and inside the cell.
These are the ribosomes. They have an important function of building proteins to turn into DNA. It is similar to a workbench because it has the blueprints to make DNA. This is the mitochondria. It is the powerhouse of the cell. It is similar to a vending machine because it gives energy to people and the cell.
Vacuoles are the organelle found in both plant and animal cells that store food, material, and other substances inside them. They are similar to a closet because they both store things inside them, just like how the vacuole stores materials inside the cell. The chloroplast is not found in animal cells, but in plant cells. The function of this organelle is to convert chemical energy / solar energy from the sun and is used in the plant to create energy in order for the plant to survive and live. It is similar to a solar panel because it also converts energy from the sun and turns it into usable power to power things like houses and even cars. This little organelle, called a centroid, is responsible for multiplying cells. It is responsible to the function of multiplication in math because it multiplies the cells you have.
This is the cell wall. It is a plant-only cell that protects and supports the cell. It is similar to a backbone because it helps the cell get support.
The cell membrane's function is to decide what comes in and out of a cell. Its function is similar to a security guard where it determines what comes in and out.